at him.
Right.
But I didn't know that that was his name, was Abibitumi.com. Okay. So we have the dream team assembled all in one place. If you can believe it, we have at point guard, Mama Kala Kamban.
Woohoo! All right,
If you can come on camera so we
let's
can see your
go.
beautiful face.
Maybe I might be beautiful, but the surroundings right now aren't that beautiful
That's why
to
you do your
look at.
background like me. You do your
Yeah,
background
I
like
don't have
me.
that set up. So y'all can just imagine. I see Edrica Joe pointing to his background as well. Yeah, y'all pretend that's behind me and just visualize because we're gonna be talking about what you're going to get ready to see. So you can get ready to see me as well. Right? Woohoo!
All right. At shooting guard, we have Nana, also known as Mama Mawia. Kanban representing Sankofa Journey. Mama Kala, as everyone knows, is working on the conference. She got the vendors on lock. She got so many aspects. She has sponsors and presenters and everything else you can imagine.
Entertainment.
Entertainment.
Oh, she didn't
Represent
tell you she was #1 for that. You know, she's coming out with a song.
entertainment.
We
Yeah.
have African dance and drum coming live.
Mm-hmm.
Black Tastic.
Mm-hmm.
We have Nana at
Choral
shooting team
players.
representing Sankofa Journey.
Right. And we're so excited about the people that we have. We've been talking most of this year in our orientation sessions, and I think our group is really excited and they're very warm people. So I'm looking forward to being with them on this journey. And so we'll talk more about what to expect there.
Absolutely. And in addition to that, we have at small forward, Onuara Abua, representing the Abibitumi Abibifahodie Film Festival. Big shout out.
Yay.
I've got my queen with me, by the way.
All
Hey,
right.
All
a
right,
brother from another mother and
Uche.
my sister from another mister. How is it?
They're great to you. Sorry,
Oh,
I've got my headphones.
I can't hear you.
She can't hear you. Sorry, my
No
ears.
problem.
Oh,
Oh, you
Well,
get
you have
this,
to
no problem.
repeat.
Yeah, they say hello.
Black Tastic,
Oh,
Black Tastic.
hello.
She said hello.
Black Tastic. So representing on the Abibitumi Abibifahodie Film Festival, everybody's going to talk about what they're doing, what they're excited about. But then we also want to hear from you, those of you who are on the line, who care to, share what you are excited about in terms of the various events that we have going up the film festival. We spent a good majority of today working on a lot of the ins and outs of the film festival, what that's going to be like, what that's going to look like, how we're going to operate, and all of that. So things are really shaping up. We got 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks out as of yesterday. So that is going to be quite blacktastic, blacknificent, blackorific, and spectacular, as you already know. And again, everybody's going to come on and share a little bit. We have at power forward myself, I've been for Badile Kamban, the one who, so Ejako Joe already knows what position he's playing. I've been for Badile Kamban, representing each and everything that you can ever imagine. He's in there for the Abibitumi Abibifahodie Film Festival. He's in there for the Abibitumi Virtual Conference. He's in there for the Abibitumi Conference and Abibifahodie Festival. He's in there for Decade of Our Repatriation. He is in there for Sankofa Journey. He's in there for stuff he doesn't even know he's in there for. He just got put in without his permission. He's in there for all of the above. And you want to be part of anything that he is in. Because if he's in it, you know it got to be some good stuff. Because I don't mess with no bad stuff. We on Operation Cracker to Blacker across the board. Demonstration over conversation. Be about what you say. Be about what you say that you're about. because there is no doubt that we got the clout and brother's gonna work it
Okay.
out. All right. And last but certainly not least, at the position of center, we have the one, the only, the enforcer, the commissioner, the one who used to dunk on people in the newspaper. Jukuja, no, Jakwa Joe,
Yay.
representing
Let me see if I
the
can do one of them things Carla does.
representing everything that you can imagine, working on sites, working on invites, working on highlights, working on insights.
You said that one.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay,
I
you
said
said
sites
right.
and insights.
Mhm.
See, now that's how good you know my wordplay gotta be. If you think I repeated myself and I didn't, that just lets you know I'm like I'm on the I spit hot fire, and none of that means you just gotta know. All right,
Moving along.
moving right along. So anybody who wants to go ahead and get started with what your portion is, any of you who are online who want to let us know what you're excited about, I've laid out just the names of what it is that we're doing. I didn't want to steal nobody's thunder. I didn't want to steal nobody's light. And then I end up in electrical prison. So anybody who wants to share what your component is, how you are making it happen, and why you're excited about it, why others should be excited about it, because we're going to let this go online. This is going to get tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of views. So definitely check it out. Anybody want to get us started from our starting five here to get us started this evening?
Can I go because I just need to get back to my event. So
No problem.
if that's okay. Okay. So first of all, thank you everybody. So we spent the last 6 months discussing. We're finally 2 weeks out from the film festival. We have some very exciting jury members. We have one of the greatest cinematographers in Africa as one of our jury members. We have one of the biggest actresses in Ghana, Amake Abibrese, on our jury. We have
Mm,
we have Ajete Anang, who's going to be involved in the
mm.
festival as a jury member, potentially a host. We've got some of the best student films you've ever seen. And I have to recommend,
And Kapwe
once
Day
the
just confirmed
festival
for
happens,
Sunday. Kapwe Day,
you say what?
I said one of the foremost
Yeah,
presenters in Ghana,
okay.
Kapwe Day has just confirmed for Sunday too.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. So we've got incredible people involved, but more importantly, the films that we have screening at this film festival. I must say,
Mm,
particularly the student films, are some of the best films
yeah.
that I've seen in a very, very long time. Very
Mm.
creative, very innovative. So I really encourage everybody to go onto the Abibitumi Abibifahodie Film Festival website, which is a link off the Abibitumi website. Go there, see some of the trailers. We're going to be dropping a super trailer in the at the start of the week. We're going to start sharing a lot of the trailers for the films. We've got very, very exciting filmmakers from all across the world. Very exciting film in the short film section. Yabakos Kose, how do you say it? Yabakose by
Yeah.
Aketema. We have an exciting film called What is the Black Body by a young filmmaker from is it Morehouse? I think. No, not Morehouse. Clark. I think.
So,
What's the college she's from? Spelman. Excuse me.
spell
So it's from
all goes
Spelman
through. Yeah.
University. And then so many other exciting films. We're going to be screening a film called Sunrises in the East, which I'm sure Mama Kambon is aware of what that's about. We have another feature film called Dr. Mbungeni Ngema, which is Doc's favorite film,
Definitely. By
which
far.
is going to be moderated.
By
and then
far.
we've got talented performers coming to perform on the opening night and the closing night. And one of the biggest things that we have is that we are going to be giving the Kamal Kambon Legacy Award to Ni Kwate Uwo, who is a renowned filmmaker from Ghana. He's also going to be screening his film on the opening night of the film festival. Come down. We have a red, black, and green carpet that's going to be starting from approximately 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Then the performances are going to start, then the introductions, and so on. So it's going to be an exciting weekend of film and liberation. So please, 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 everybody, if you haven't got your ticket, This is a hybrid festival. So if you can't make it down, that is not an excuse. All you have to do is purchase a ticket online. You can get a festival pass, which will give you permission, which will give you access to the entire film festival, including the red, black, and green carpet, including all the panel discussions for the entire weekend. Or you could just buy specific tickets for the events that you want. So please, please, please come down. There's no excuses. This is really something which is going to set not just Abibitumi on fire, but the entire continent on fire. So please, please, please get involved.
Burn, baby, burn. So this is going to be, as you said, just very, very exciting. One of my favorite films is Air. I won't tell you why, but if you come onto the site, it's filmfestival.abibifahodie.org. You'll see even from the trailer, Abiku, Daughters of Legends is another one, a short documentary, What Belongs to Us. This is My Story, Dr. Mbongeni Ngema, The Sun Rises in the East, Rewinded, Yabakose, just so many films here. And I'm aware that we have a special film screening planned of Kemet. Is that correct?
Yes, we're trying to fit it into the schedule for Sunday. So that will be just before the awards ceremony and awards presentation. So we'll keep you posted on that one.
Blacktastic, Blacktastic, Blacktastic. And I know Underwater couldn't wait to make sure that Kemet was part of that. And I almost had to pull, hold them back, but I'm glad that we were able to get that. So just come to the site, filmfestival.abibifahodie.org. You can click on Get Festival Tickets. You can click on Download Schedule. As you see, we are 12 days, 21 hours, 36 minutes, and 49. It's a countdown as we are going to get started. So that is going to be the most Blacktastic film festival that you have ever been a part of. As some of you know, I've been doing film festivals all the way back from 2015 at IAS. It became like a global thing. Everybody at the university community was coming to the films. We would do yearly film festivals. And this one is special because of so many things. It's in collaboration with AEA Films. Shout out to Onuara and Uche, representing AEA Films. It's in cooperation also with UNIMEC, the University of Media, Arts, and Communications, the foremost film school in all of Ghana. It's in cooperation with the Africa World Documentary Film Festival, who we've been working with ever since 2015 as well. Shout out to Ojogbon Niyi Coker, longtime supporter of the work that we do here in Ghana and vice versa. So there are just so many luminaries on board. There are stars on board. Ajita Ana, I believe, is like the most popular actor in all of Ghana right now. Amake Abibitumi, she is a household name here as well. So it's going to be Blacktastic. Anything else in terms of the film festival? Anybody want to share why you're interested, why you're excited about the film festival specifically before we get to the entirety of the dream team?
Well, I'm excited about it. When we just got back from Burkina, they talked about their film festival having reached all over the continent and the world. And I'm just excited that it's happening here in Ghana now and that we can be a part of that. So I'm looking forward to getting dressed up and going on the red, black, and green carpet and saluting all these Blacktastic artists. So I'm really excited about that.
Absolutely, Blacktastic. Anybody else before we start the virtual dunk contest with our dream team here? I won't tell you who's gonna dunk backwards. Under both legs. Grabbing the ball out of the hand of a mascot that's spinning around.
So I'm excited. I'm excited as well to have a real, there oftentimes we see, Pan-African Film Festival, and you go in there, it's like, is this really Pan-African? So this time we get to actually select films that have meaning, good content, quality, local artists. I'm excited about the messaging in some of the films that we get to portray. So I'm definitely excited to bring that to, as Nana said, to bring it to Ghana open the doors up for future endeavors along this way. So definitely excited.
Black Salute, Black Salute. All right, anybody else? All right. So, for me, I could talk all day. Matter of fact, on the why I will probably never get to his event. He's supposed to be, you boxing somebody? You fighting somebody this year? No, he's hosting a boxing event. I'm messing. But yeah, I'm like I said, I'm black-sided. We have so many stars, based here in Ghana. We have up-and-coming films that have never been seen anywhere before. You will be the first eyes, in terms of any type of public sphere that's going to see some of these films. And that alone is going to be blacktastic. These are going to be the talk of the world. And you're going to be like, I was there when it was first launched. We have Ozone Cinema at Oyarifa Mall as one of our partners. We have the MOU signed. Definitely got to give them a big shout out. As soon as we let them know about it, they said, sign us up, just show us where, this is happening here, no other place. We have a very innovative delivery method in terms of virtual and then also in person, and how those two are going to sync together in ways that I've never even heard of anyone do before. So we're working on all of these things. I know I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And I said, see, that's why they pay me the big bucks. Well, they don't pay me the big bucks, but that's why I should get paid the big bucks because of these types of ideas. But this is going to be a hybrid film festival in a way that has never been done before anywhere on the entire planet Earth. So any film festival you heard of before, all of those things are going to be passé. And what we're doing is going to be, this is the future of film festival, hybrid, in-person, virtual screenings. So without a doubt, you got to check it out. All right. So Onuada, I'm going to let you drop off anytime you need to, but I'm coming back around TSC. Sorry, on the road now, so typing at a stop sign. No problem. I see people who are in the audience who are excited. I see people who are typing, looking forward to the variety, artistry, and messages. That's Mama Helena. Shout out to Mama Helena. Our team, well, I was going to say
and she stopped to write that message.
I'm glad that she stopped, because if she was driving and typing this message, then we would have to do a public service announcement halfway through the film festival, and we'd be worried about her getting here in one piece. And we only want you in one piece, Mama Helena. And I've been not just one piece. 2 pieces is 1 piece too many. So only 1 piece. Baba Abdul Malika Jakofi, represent. I'm seeing you on the road again. Keep on trucking. That was a song back in the day. I don't know if y'all old enough to remember that. Was it Eddie Kendricks?
Eddie Kendricks. Yeah.
Y'all, what y'all know about that? I thought it was before y'all's day.
Well, right. You heard it at my house.
I had the vinyl. I had the album. Well, it was in y'all's collection, but I had it in my hand at some point. Mama Dolores, I'm seeing you on. Cynthia, don't you play a role in what? Hold up. This is our 6th Woman of the Year awardee. Cynthia, you've been so quiet off in the cut. I don't know what you think you're doing. Like, I'm not going to drag you into the spotlight as I would do during the film festival. Tell me why you are excited to be the coordinator on the ground, getting down, peeping the sound. Oh, did she fall off? This woman done out of the internet. She done shut down the internet in Nigeria.
You yelled too loud. You knocked her off the internet.
Here she go. Here, I'm gonna add her pin right back in.
Come off mute.
Come on, Cynthia. Come on. Now.
I just went and my internet just got disconnected.
Good. So tell us why you're excited about being the coordinator, the originator, never the duplicator.
Is your audio challenge?
Well, one thing I know about Nigeria, they only get internet in 15-second bursts. That's all they get. Internet is provided by NEPA. Never expect providers always. That's internet provider. So NEPA. All right, Cynthia, I know that your internet is going to come back, and I'm going to count down to 15 seconds to when it does. So whenever it does, feel free to go ahead and start talking again. Mama Kala, I see you coming off mute.
Yep.
Feel free to
So
share.
I'm so excited about this. I had to go call some people and share my excitement and tell them they have to come on here with us and hear what's going on. But yeah, this is the first annual Abibitumi Abibifahodie Film Festival. So just for the big start that we're having here, I'm excited about that. And then we have film creators, directors who are making 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 content, making films that are for us, by us, and have a consciousness to them. So I'm excited to see what they put together and just support creating more things that are for us because we don't have enough of that out here. So just to continue to to support creators, support artists, and just keep pushing these types of ideas and these films forward. So I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. And that's one thing for the film selection. Our theme for this year is what Black Power is: demonstration over conversation. There are some films that were put together, they look very nice, right? The production quality, like all of those things. But then we had to come back to the drawing board, like, well, hold on. How does that relate to the theme of what Black Power is: demonstration over conversation? We had over, I think it was somewhere around 600 films that were submitted, right?
It was,
Online,
by the time you add all the AWDFF films, it was close to 700 films in total that we
about
had to sift
700
through.
films.
Go
Out of those
upstairs.
700
Quick,
films,
go
selected the
upstairs.
ones that were on point on the theme of what Black Power is: demonstration over conversation. Because we said, you know what? We are going to have to answer. Somebody's going to be in the audience and like, I read the theme for this year. How does that relate? So if there was anything that we couldn't answer that question for, we said we got to put that into the ash can of history. We got to put that into the trash can of history. We got to put that into the ash can of mystery. So yes, that's one thing that we're gonna do. And I see a young lady, Nina Davidson. I didn't know that there was that David had a son named Nina, but yes, will there be an AI film category, and are you still accepting submissions? Okay, okay, Nyamiche. Oh
I
wow.
can
Go
should
ahead,
I
hold on.
answer that? So yeah, we know we don't have an AI category anymore. We've merged our short films with AI. So we have some films that are made with AI and animation that will be screening at the film festival as part of the short films. Submissions officially closed at the end of October. And as you can appreciate, the process to go through those 700 films, whittle them down, and then lock in the films from the filmmakers taking time. So with 2 weeks
Yeah.
to go, we don't accept any more submissions, but you can always submit for next year.
And as you know, I was the class prefect, always watching all of the films before anybody else watched them, because you know that's how I operate, man. You know, no doubt. I see Underwater smiling because I was always first at the head of the class, hall monitor,
But
Let me
representing.
let me
no
also just say,
competition.
we those 700 films were whittled down to 7 short films, 4 feature films, and 5 student films. And
Ooh.
we had a team of about 6 core members that had to go through all those films. So Ajako Joe, myself, Doc, uh, Selassie, Mawuli, and Cynthia, and somebody else I'm missing. So it's. I want to just give a special commendation to everybody for the weeks and weeks and weeks of homework that we had to do. Our class prefect, in the end, he did his job. So we're grateful. We're grateful
At
to you
the end.
for doing your homework. You don't have to stand in the corner. But it was a long process, and I really think that everybody's going to be very impressed with the films. one of the things that when we first had this conversation back in, I think April or May, I can't remember, maybe even March, I think, when we first spoke about having a film festival, we said when we look at FESPACO, which is the film festival Mama Kambon was talking about in Burkina, they've been going on since the late 60s. And over time, the film festival has been taken over by Orange, Francophonie, Canal Plus, all these French organizations. So what you end up having is a festival by us for them. So the films more than likely will get distribution in France and no distribution in Africa on the continent. So we said we need to reclaim that. We need to start having a film festival where it goes back to those same core principles. And I really think that with the films that we have screening at this film festival from across the continent, people will be very, very impressed. So really, really, this isn't even a case of, because it's us. We have gone through 700 films to try and get to this place, and I want to also just say that because this is as Doc said, this has never been done. We have a hybrid film festival where not only will you be able to watch the films and interact with the filmmakers in person and virtually, but you'll get to experience the entire red, black, and green carpet as if you were there in person. So we're doing
Wow.
something very, very different. All the awards, some of our jury members are going to be virtual, some are going to be in person. Some of our Q&As will be virtual, some will be in person. Our panel discussions and so on. So this is a very, very unique product that we're even creating, let alone what it's about. So I really, really encourage everybody who's here who has not bought a ticket. We're going to put the link. Ajakojo, please, if you can put the link in there. Everybody should at least get a festival pass right now and be part of this exciting film festival. You not only will you be impressed with it, you will also be very entertained with the work that we have done. So, Adasipa, I have to go. My guests are coming. So, thank you very much, everybody, for your time.
Thank you,
On the
Anwar, for
water's
being
gonna
on.
knock you out.
All
Bam.
right.
Gonna knock
Okay,
you
say bye-bye.
out.
Oh,
All right, Uche.
Uche,
Looking ready as
you
always.
hooked your
Looking forward to
husband's
seeing
hair
you in
up
Ghana.
well. You both
Chikala,
are
what did you say?
looking so well. I
I said we're
I
both
said
looking so
Uche
well.
hooked up her
oh,
husband's
thank
hair very
you.
well. She did a great job.
Yeah.
And
No,
both of
this
you are
one was
looking
actually
so nice.
done by somebody else, but we won't talk about it. Let's just say yes, she did it. Just yes,
Yes, let's say she did it because she probably would have did it better.
Mhm.
exactly. You would have done it better. You hit it.
Asikala knows.
Atikala this, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my people, I have to go. My
All right.
guests are here. Thank you. Madasi.
But
Mama
that's
Kambo, thank you.
the
We'll see
Good
you
I
very soon a few weeks.
see.
same.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Black Tastic. So we are moving forward. So the
Well,
next
I
one,
want to jump in here because I
I was about to go straight to our shooting guard. Nana.
see some sojourners on here, and
So
they have been getting me excited all year long. So I want to talk a little bit about our exciting opportunities. One, I really want to give a shout out to the Shakirs and to Sister Dolores, etc., because they have just been pumping up the sessions that we've been having year long to get people ready to go. But now it's time to talk about it because it's about to happen. It's about to explode. Just a few short days before the Abibitumi conference, we start on this Sankofa journey, and we're doing it a little bit different this year. We're starting before the conference so that we can get everything in we want to do. And we're starting, again, what is Sankofa? It's going back and fetching. So as you know, we come back across the water to the right side of the ocean, but we are coming with the experience, backward experience of what our ancestors had gone through. So we're going to begin the Sankofa journey at the dungeon with our traditional ceremony there. So I want everybody just to think about honoring our ancestors down there at the dungeons where they were taken from before they went on their last journey away from this beautiful, warm, loving, serene continent that they called Africa, but we call Kemet, And so that is going to be the beginning, but it's emotional, but not sad. It's emotional because we can feel them. Not sad because they brought us back. And so we're going to remember all of that. Then we're going to come back and we're going to join the conference. And I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm going to let whoever, whatever guard or forward is going to be talking about that, to talk about the 3 days of that conference. We're going to be together during that. There'll be shuttles back and forth between the conference and the hotel where we'll be staying. There's going to be good food. There's going to be gifts. Oh, I'm getting into the conference. Let me keep moving on. So there's lots that's going to be going on in the conference. And then immediately on the close of the conference, we're headed to Burkina Faso. We're headed to the land of the upright people. Oh my gosh, you know, these are some beautiful people. Those of you who've been to Ghana know that Accra in particular is so busy. But in the busy Ouagadougou, did I say right? Yeah. There is there's thank you, Kala. Ouagadougou, there is serenity in the midst of all this traffic. The people just seem to carry themselves in a certain way where they're not stressed, you know. And so we were shocked. I'm not going to give away a whole lot. We were shocked at seeing a lot of things where we could see calm. We could see calm. And perhaps, you know, I'm going to give it away. The most exciting part of it was seeing Traore is on. Oh my gosh. I think I put a hole in the roof. You know, I jumped so high that this man is unbelievable. It's just unbelievable the way he walks into a place. People were just, I mean, he was bigger than any possible star could ever be. And I think we all said it's because you could feel his heart. You could feel his heart as he walked and as he talked and as he received us, and, you know, just such humility for all that he's doing. So we're going to have another orientation just before we leave. And there's some certain things that I want people to be prepared to do when we go there. So that's going to be that. We come back and immediately you've heard of DOOR. The announcement for DOOR is taking place on that next day, on the 19th. And Sankofa Journey people will have the opportunity to be able to see what our president, Muhammad, is thinking about based on the work that Nana Kwame and Nataki and others have put forward. This DOOR is amazing. We are going to make, you know, what they say, make Kemet black again. Well, we're going to make Ghana black, great and black again. And it's because of the work that Obenfo and Nataki and others have put together to ensure that this president will have a legacy that continues for at least 10 years. So we get a chance to be a part of that. And then it's not over yet. We go to the first capital of Ghana in terms of its bigness, in terms of the people. The greatest nation of people on this particular land are the Asante people. I hope there are no Ewe guys that are to beat me up here, but they are the largest ethnic group here. And we have had the opportunity in the past, and it looks like we're going to have the opportunity again. Maybe I better not say it too much. Yeah, I'll hold it. But we're going to have a great opportunity when we go to Kumasi that we have not had since 2019, I think. Yeah, so I'm so excited for us to be together, to share in this experience together with all the warmth that we have. You know, these meetings we've had has really pumped us up, and I really appreciate all the feedback I've gotten. It's not been easy work, but I would do it again, because I always do it, to ensure that we get these right kind of minds on this continent to have this experience. So that is what's going to be happening for the Sankofa Journey 2025, our 27th experience. Anybody want to jump in about, what you've been experiencing as we've been going on these past few months, or anything else? Any questions, anything about the Sankofa Journey?
Well, Nana, fortunately, you got me excited because I'm about to do a backflip. I'm not in the chair because that probably wouldn't be the safest place to do it. But definitely, just in terms of excitement, this is Blacktastic, the Sankofa Journey. As mentioned, this is our 27th annual Sankofa Journey. The first one was when I first came, 1998. My very first Sankofa Journey, the very first Sankofa Journey, and we've been going strong ever since. Like you said, like there are so many opportunities. One, opportunity to interact with President Ibrahim Traoré. We have something I'm going to show you all, a bit of a mural that we have had worked on. And I think I may have shared this previously elsewhere, but I'll show you a little bit about what that is all about. There were a couple
But
of...
they may pass out. They may pass out with that kind of excitement. This is going to be happening on the Sankofa. I cannot wait. So yes, show them, but they may pass out. So get your smelling salt.
Well, if they don't pass out, we're gonna have them go ahead and pass in. But they don't have
please
to
make
pass.
sure you're seated. Be
Yes,
seated
be
before
seated.
the show.
All right, so let's do this. So I was going to say President Ibrahim Traoré, President John Dramani Mahama, and the Asante Hene, like back-to-back interactions. This is just going to be, let me not even say. All right, but
Wow.
but let me just let you know what we're working on. So we have a mural that we are going to present to President Ibrahim Traoré, and I just spoke with his Director of Diaspora Mobilization, Gaetan Wedraogo, and he gave us some pretty good confirmation that we should be able to present it. Once we are there in Burkina Faso, we let them know that we have a tight window from the 15th to the 18th. And he said from early next week, we should get confirmation. So I said, no problem.
Wow.
I keep it cool.
Yeah, you're very calmly, no problem, as I'm poking holes through the roof.
I keep everything cool. But the mural is a 15-foot mural by 8-foot mural. If you want to think about 15 feet, you could think of like, I don't know, a giraffe, an elephant, something big. But this is a huge mural. And well, let me stop talking. I'm just going to show you what it is that we are going to present to him in addition to the Abibitumi Award for Black Power. So I'm going to cue that up.
Oh my God. Every time I see it.
And what you see with that mural, and I'll just pull it back a little bit. What you see with that mural is an image of what it's going to look like. And what it says here is Bayiribikun Natore. It translates to homeland or death. And what's changing when we went to Burkina, they said that they like Natore over Titore. They said T target sounds like, oh yeah, we will win, but like not target is more forceful, like yes, we will definitely be victorious. So we're gonna re-render this. And then in Jula, for those who don't know, Burkina Faso is composed of 2 indigenous languages. Burkina being the Mori language translating to upright or honest, and then Faso being the Jula language translating to homeland. So at the top we have the Mori language, Bayir Bikon Natroge, which is homeland or death, we will be victorious. And then we have the exact same thing rendered in the Jula language, Faso Wale Masaya Ambonase Soro. And it translates to, again, homeland or death. We will win, we will be victorious, we will conquer. So that is there. We have all the grandsesters here, grandsesters from classical Kemet, Heru Narmer, Sarah Yamoso. This is going to be Blacktastic, and we've already made good progress on it. We have images of what it looks like. Initially, we were looking at, are we going to have him doing the La Voiture L'amour, that's the raised fist? Are we going to have him armed? So if anybody wants to weigh in on that discussion before the clay is dried on the mold, you could try to do so. But we're moving forward. You know, we have the options. But yes, this is already being worked on as we speak. This is already underway. And again, we have a time frame of having this done by the time we go there to Burkina Faso. So let me share my screen again so people can see what this is. And anybody who sees the video can add your comment. Again, this was the first draft that had him with the raised fist. This is like a day or 2 in of doing it, right? I had him with the raised fist, and we had other feedback, you know, have him armed. And then all the grandsesters at his back also similarly armed to show that, you know, he's the grandsesters stand with him and stand with the entire Black race. So yeah, that was one. And just to get a sense of how massive this is, that initially we were looking at 12 feet by 8 feet. We're finishing up 15 feet by 8 feet. And this is massive. This, as he stands, is 6 feet tall. So this is life size. This is 6 feet tall. And the other grandsesters are here. That's another image. But yeah, so this is being worked on. For anybody who wants to contribute, we have abibitumi.com/Traore, abibitumi.com/Traore. But this is one of the many Black standing events. We're going to have this mural there at the Abibitumi conference to be transported to Burkina Faso. So what do y'all think about that? Does that seem like a fitting gift for President Ibrahim Traore, or do you think it's, you know, too small? We need to make it bigger, make it 30 feet wide, 100 feet wide, football field? Like, what do y'all think? Where y'all at? Any thoughts, reactions?
The Shakirs have their hand raised.
Oh, go ahead, Shakirs.
You can't hear
You're
you.
muted. You're muted.
It looks like y'all are unmuted, but we still
They're
can't hear you.
moving,
So
but no sound.
there may need to be some tech intervention, earpiece plugged in, maybe. Maybe y'all are in the United States where y'all know the internet isn't good there under Trump. You know,
Substandard internet.
So we're missing it, but we want to hear it. So when you all can, just speak and then we'll come to you. Okay.
no problem. Trump flavored internet coming to a theater near you. All right, bam. So that is another feature of the Sankofa journey. As mentioned, or as you are about to mention, we'll be there for Akwazi Day. So the last time we were there for Akwazi Day, I spoke in Proverbs. I had an audience with the Asantehene where I was given a chance to speak for, I don't know, a good 5 minutes, however long. And we usually have an Akom, that is the healing, dancing and drumming ceremony that is done amongst the Akan people. So yeah, it should be very Blacktastic. We're always very close with the Nsaman Kwahine. So that's usually our inroads to meet with the Asantehene and anybody else who we need to meet with. So we're looking to make that as Blacktastic, Blackstanding, and Blackrific as it definitely will be. We
Well,
barely.
let me say this too. I don't want you to skip over that part because that was a first time that someone of Obadiah's age, Obemfo's age, got to speak to the Asante Henny, and he asked for permission to speak in Proverbs. So his whole presentation was in Proverbs, which is also not done by anyone young. And they gave him permission, the Asante Henny and the Nsamanqua Henny, who is the spiritual head of the Asante people. That's the Nsamanqua Henny, who sits on the side of the Asante Henny. He started dancing. He could not, he just twirled and twirled and twirled. And all of the regal kings of all the different villages were sitting there and just gave him an ovation. Of course, the Sankofa journey didn't know what he was saying because, you know, he doesn't translate and he didn't remember what he said, but they were pleased and we got plenty of blessings as a result of having had that experience there. And now we're going to repeat it.
Blacktastic. All right. And you all, the most Blacktastic thing is y'all are going to be there front and center. You all are going to be a part of history being made. And I think about like even the mural that I just showed you, like we haven't even broadcast that. You know, some people, hey, I'm about to do that. Like we haven't even let really people know that that's happening. But this is going to be not just like a piece of art. This is a monument that's going to last for thousands of years. So in a few thousand years, there are going to be some grandcestors who are going to be enshrined in eternity. And for those who are a part of making this mural happen, and we've added the link there, abibitumi.com, abibitumi.com/Traore. We've already got, I know, Baba Amenyo, Baba Mausi, they've already made contributions to make that happen because they are about demonstration over conversation, our theme for the conference. And that actually takes me to our
Well, wait
center.
a minute. You forgot to tell them that we're going to try to have their names there with it so that your great grandchildren will see your name enshrined in this.
Black Saluted. All right.
And we do need the donations. I'll tell you that. So, you know, we're not just saying it. We do need the donation because this has been a humongous task financially as well as in every other sphere. And we need your asking the ancestors to protect this on its journey to Burkina Faso.
Well, the donations are actually multifold. One is to cover the cost of the actual production of it. And as you can imagine, is quite expensive. But then also the transport from Ghana to Burkina Faso, of course, ground transport. There's no airplane that we're going to take that could carry it. And then also anything that goes above the cost of the mural itself and the transportation, we are going to donate directly into the Patriotic Fund of Burkina Faso. While we were there, we were able to see huge truckloads of cement, sometimes hundreds of bags of cement that were used for making sidewalks and for making, like everything you see is under construction. And the people there, every single person, no matter what they have, 100 sefa, 1,000 sefa, 1,000,000 sefa, everybody feels like they are part of the building process of Burkina Faso. And we said that as we come, we want to come and be part of that building process. So anything that goes beyond just covering our costs, we're going to put that directly into the Patriotic Fund. My initial idea was for them to set up a treasury bill fund, but since that wasn't done, at least by the time of us, you know, doing the mural, 126 Plus that I went with in August, they got the details for, you know, the Patriotic Fund. So we're just going to deposit it into the Patriotic Fund. And if and when they do offer the treasury bills, like I suggested, in writing, then we can also do things in that, you know, direction as well moving forward. But, you know, again, that's what it's for. I can imagine that if we're able to go to President Ibrahim Traore with anything, $10,000, $100,000, whatever it is, into the Patriotic Fund, that's going to have ripple effects that can then impact any other diasporans who go to Burkina Faso and how they're received as well. So this is bigger than us. While we're there, we didn't want to, bring laptops or clothes
And
or
we're not
anything.
telling everything right now.
Okay. I am telling people, get ready with your money because I want you to purchase a
Oh,
Burkina
yes. Yes.
This phone that you can see is made in Burkina Faso. I want everyone to get ready to purchase a phone or a laptop or an electric vehicle from Burkina Faso. I know some of y'all got
Well,
different pockets.
it's not that small. You see, when we have our orientation, I'm going to ask every sojourner to at least purchase one telephone. They're under $200 as Android. They're under $200. And I think that people can do that. And that if we get to take a picture with him, I would like us to be able to hold it up and say that we have made a contribution to the Patriotic Fund. He himself said that Burkina is under construction. That's the way he said it. Burkina Faso is under construction. And that's in many ways, not just in bricks, but in mindset in every possible way. And if we can contribute as a group to do at least that. So Benfo hasn't said, he bought two. I'm going to buy one or two when I go. I want all of us to put away at least two. It's like I said, it's under 200. What's it, 180 something then?
About 160 in the exchange
Right.
rate when I.
Right. So, if we can at least do that and be able to hold up and say that we own, because these companies many of them are owned by the government or give to the government largely so that he can do all the major projects. This is not a man who's living in a mansion or wants to. He wants his money to construct the Burkina Faso that our families could be proud of from years to come. And it's a small thing for us to give up buying a suit to purchase a telephone. So that's the plea. And that's in our next meeting I'm going to be sharing.
Absolutely. So if you're coming with Sankofa Journey, don't bring any cracker stuff. We're going from cracker stuff to blacker stuff. You already know how we roll. So yeah, I was about to, so we can come back because there's even more that we can discuss on the Sankofa Journey, but I see that our center is ready to come in the game. Now, you haven't seen anybody like this, a dominant force, ever since Shaq used to break down backboards, cracking the glass, making the shot clock, hits people on the back of their head, that there's nobody other than Ajuku Ja, Ajaka Jo, Damiara Tokumbo. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know about all the different things that you have your hands in terms of website, in terms of back end, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of setup, and then in terms of why you're excited about all these things that we're rolling out in multi-dimensional ways, dynamic.
So, Madasi Pa, I'm excited. Nana got me over here wanting to do backflips too, but I'm gonna have to put down a mattress in the back so I can fall easily. So yeah, a lot of things going on. The film festival, we've been meeting, it seems like all year to put something really blacktastic together. We have some amazing student films. We have some amazing short films. As I mentioned, we had 700 films. I just put a new fresh update on the site, special announcement. If anybody wants to take a sneak peek, the first person that goes to that site and come back and tell me what's on there, you get a chance to go to the next site. There's no prize, no award, nothing like that going on. Anyway, let me share it real quick. Share what's going on real quick.
Exclusive.
So we are honored to have the 2025 Legacy Award recipient go to none other than Ni Kwate Owo. If you have not heard about this film, you are in for a treat. Let me add. If you're not heard about this film, if you want to give a little background behind this film, this elder, when he was younger, he went into the British Museum. I believe British Museum, right? Obenfo?
Correct. Correct.
And he went in there under the guise of doing a study and a review. They bigged him up. He got dressed up in the clothes they like to wear, and he went down in the basement and he found all the stolen artifacts from our ancestors. This film is gonna be I think it's 50 years ago he made this film about so.
Yep.
We will have the trailer available. He's going to be recipient, the first 2025 Legacy recipient award recipient for the film festival. That's
basement is an understatement, though.
Yeah,
A real understatement.
It's going to be black-tastic. If get your tickets now. Get your tickets now. If you're in Ghana, like you said, we're going to be at the Ozone Theater, limited seating, and we will have virtual. So tell a friend. Tell a friend. So 28th to the 30th. The festival, the conference itself, we have some dynamic speakers, some dynamic action people going on at the conference going on. Our info can get a little bit into that a little bit later. But again, setting up the site, virtual. We're going to have our translators again in Tree. We might look to expand the language as well. I want to really look at including, if we could, Obenfo in Moray as well, to have that represented in Moray, since, to tie everything together, to have that language represented at the conference. We can look at bringing that into play. But yeah, I'm just excited about the conference. Every year we get bigger and blacker and better. This year is no different. Nana, she always outdoes herself in the journey. I think, every year is different. This year, I thought last year I was the man. I'm bragging about my journey last year. This year, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to be on this one too. I do have my elephant, the gift given to me by the Insaman Kwahini. So the things you're able to do on the journey are that's why we don't call it what do you call it? What other people call it? A tour? No. A tour is like you go see Janet Jackson or somebody. That's a tour. This is a journey of lifetime, right? So yeah, I'm excited. Get your tickets now. They're available virtually on the ground. Get your tickets. If you have any questions, reach out to us at support@abibitumi.com. So I'll throw it out the paint to my small forward.
Black-tastic.
Drop my hook shot real quick.
So as mentioned, this is a Nana Abibifahodie Nana Kamal Kamba Legacy Award, the first ever that is being bestowed on Honorable Nikwate Owu. Now, a little bit about this. This film was banned in Ghana because of how earth-shattering it was. They said this will damage forever relationships between Ghana and their former colonizer, the British. That's how earth-shattering this film was. Now, the irony of it, of everything coming full circle, it was banned by the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, but later on, decades later, Nikwate Owu ended up being on the board of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation because, again, this was an earth-shattering film. And he's probably going to tell you about how he was able to get into the basement. He said that he approached this former colonial officer and he had, rented a tuxedo. And he said, oh, you're doing such a great job, preserving these artifacts and so forth. Oh, I'm a new film student. I just graduated, so forth, whatever it was. He said, I'd like to document the great work you're doing. So, of course, crackers. Oh, of course, I'm doing a great job. So he got into the basement, and what you see in his hand right here, these are things that no Black person had seen for oftentimes hundreds of years. Some of these things were raided in the early 1800s. Some of these were raided in the 1700s, 1600s. And he said that the basement of the British Museum is so massive that they had to have like a tram, like a trolley system to go from one city block of stolen goods to the next city block, where the multiple city blocks were representing one single country of goods that they had stolen. So nobody knew that any of this even exists. So now people are talking about repatriation of stolen artifacts and so forth. This is in the 1970s. This is when that wasn't even a discussion. This is when you could never even conceive of even seeing them with your eyes, much less are you going to talk about getting them back. that all of the discussions now about getting back the things that were stolen from these ancestor prisons, as I call them, all of that started with Honorable Nikwate Owu. So if you don't know who he is, you know his work. And that's why we say for all of these seminars, festivals, conferences, that the theme is demonstration over conversation. I know a lot of people who talk about, oh, let's try to get artifacts back and maybe one day. This is the man who started a lot of that discussion in terms of how, you know, the people who had it stolen from them in the first place were like, give me my stuff back. But I'm talking about in terms of this movement that's going on now, that it would not be where it is unless people knew about it in this earth shattering, this groundbreaking documentary that he did. So yeah, definitely check it out. You Hide Me, and then also You Can't Hide Me. Earlier today, we were looking at the assets that we had. You know, we have the trailer, we have the cut, we have all of those ready for you. And he is going to be live and in person. And this is one of the unsung heroes that if you don't know his name, you should know his name because he is, again, one of the pioneers.
Okay. Madasi.
Mr. Madasi.
13 days, 13 days. Beat me there, don't meet me there.
Black Salute. All right. Anybody else want to share a little bit more? We also have the Decade of Our Repatriation. Decade of Our Repatriation. Now, Juku Jack, you pull up that site too? Decade of Our Repatriation. You know, the censor, he got, you know, take it in the post and then kick it out to the next site, take the post, kick it out, or just body slam on the backboard like, you know, how are we doing? That's how we roll. So this is it, Ghana's Great Brain Gain. For those who are interested, you can put in your details there. This is a beautiful site, as you can see. A lot of the things, the events, the sponsors, the projects, the providers. This is something that, as mentioned, is going to be announced on December 19th by President John Dramani Mahama. We've gotten that under the authority of the Director of Diaspora Affairs. So if the president doesn't announce it, then well, let me not say what I'll show up at Diaspora Affairs the next day. But we know that if KOD says something is going to happen, his word is his bond. That's all we need to know. That's going to happen. So this is dealing with community housing, sustainable agro investment, regional development, so many aspects. The projects that we have coming on board, we've been highlighting them throughout the year. And this is an entire decade. This isn't a year of return, come and party for a week or two, shake your behind, and then go back and get a knee on your neck. This is repatriate for, not for good, repatriate for great, right? So
You know,
that's what it's all about.
I noticed all these sites have one person on every site that makes an appearance. For some reason, I don't know why this person shows up on every site. I don't know, but it just works. We just go with it every time.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure who that person is, but I'll try to see. It'll be like, okay, yeah.
You might want to then highlight the fantastic website development and design that comes out of all of these sites that we have up. I don't know who that person is, but we appreciate all of that work because these all come out so wonderful, well laid out and informative.
He's very humble. If you ever met him, you wouldn't believe he did this work. Very humble. Anyway, so this is Dora. Yeah, by all means, when you first go there will be a pop-up to leave your information, put your contact, and stay connected in the newsletter. Find out what's going on, which is a great segue to the conference, right? Obefo? Oh, did Obefo drop off? See that? See that? He went to the locker room. He went to the locker room. He must be injured. He went to the locker room. So I'll continue to talk then. So the tour is, again, these are people who are actually doing things in real life. As you can see here, this is the President General of the UNIA, using his citizenship. This is Ajay Yao, who we all know, who's on the ground. He was actually in Burkina Faso as well. He's a world traveler. Actually, he was the oldest to get his citizenship. And then we have Baba Mausi Baba Minyo. But the door represents a bunch of people who are doing things that are coming under one umbrella, as Obenfo said, sponsored by the Diaspora Affairs. And this year's conference will be geared toward exactly what they are doing. They're going to talk about what they're doing at the conference, all the people involved in these projects, give you a chance to understand what they're doing, collaborate with what they're doing, and and maybe even replicate what they're doing where you're at. So we're very excited about the conference this year to have all the members invited in door to come speak. Again, every site you can get your tickets to the conference. If you have not gotten it yet, you can get your tickets. If you're in Ghana, you can pay here, Ghana based. It will get payments in CDs. And if you're in the US virtually, you can go down here and pay for your tickets in USD and dollars. So Donna, anything from you, or Kala, anything? Anybody has something that they saw so far that's like, yo, that's it. I'm in. Any questions, anybody? I see Baba Kofi's driving. Good to see you, Baba. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let me see who
Well,
we got.
to add about the conference, I think, you really laid it out. I think that, the excitement on the ground here will, again, this is another great task that Ejakwajo has done to make virtual and physical happen. So we have the virtual conference. We have that coming up a week or so before the physical conference, and we have great speakers there. And on the ground, not only do we have great speakers, but we have great experiences. We want people to really experience Ghana from a Pan-African perspective. So we have interpreters, we have people speaking from different places, people from Nigeria coming, people from different parts of Ghana coming, and the US and the diaspora coming. So this is a way for you to engage your people very much in a warm, educative, and enriching experience. We want you to learn what Ghana has to offer in terms of investments, in terms of lifestyle, all of those kinds of things you will be experiencing when you come to this conference. So I don't want to understate the role that Ejakwajo has done in pulling these pieces together each year so that the visuals can be received by the people. And I think that's so important. Otherwise, you can have all of this, and the only ones who see it is you.
So nice, Donna.
Black Salute.
Oh, there's none of y'all. Oh, I just wanted to jump in and say how excited. Every time I hear about what's happening on the Sankofa journey, it seems like something new has been added on there. And I'm like, what? Do I need to be, maybe I need to be on the Sankofa journey for the entire journey. And I'm here in Ghana and I've been on it multiple times, but every single time it's something new and special, curated especially for that time. So this one, just like the other ones, they just keep getting, you just think it can't get any better, and then it does. So I'm just looking forward to how all of this is unfolding, because it's just everything that's happening is phenomenal, from the journey for the conference, the film festival, which are all back to back, starting at the end of November, which is the 28th, 29th, and 30th for the film festival. And then following the very next weekend, we have the virtual Abibitumi conference on the 5th, 6th, and 7th. And then right after that, we're not even letting you get any time to slow down, because right after that, the third weekend is the online and in-person conference here at Mampong on the 12th, 13th, and 14th. So you just it just, we're just hitting you with all kinds of great things happening back to back to back. And I'm just excited for all of it. I'm a lot of the things that everyone else is hearing, I'm hearing too, and I'm amazed and floored about everything that's about to happen. Um, so this is great. I'm looking forward to all of it.
And let us not skip over these great presenters and awardees that are coming aboard too,
Right.
Yes. Now, I was about to say, we have on the website, Abibitumi homepage, you can see some of the awardees and some of the people who will be on the ground. We have Nana Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., who will be confirmed to be in Ghana. Very excited about that. So go to the site, check it out. A lot of entertainment going on. If you've been to the last ones, you kind of know. Here's some of the invited speakers we have. Kobe Mensah,
Told him not
some Dre Taylor, some of the people you already know. So yeah, a bunch of people. There's something for everybody. There's something for everybody that's going to be at the conference.
They here.
All right. Let me see here. By show of hands, or if you can come off mic, I want to know how many people on the call. How many people already have their tickets? How many people already have their tickets? Now, Baba Kofi, I said hands, don't take your hands off the wheel. Keep driving. Please. So I want some interaction here. So if you're in the meeting and you want to come off mute, tell us about what you saw today. Are you excited about it? Are you planning to attend? I need everybody to come off. We're not going to be shy here. We're not going to be shy. We're not going to do that. I'm gonna start calling for names. I'm gonna start calling Mama Helena. I've seen you a lot, Mama Helena. How are you? Mama Helena,
I'm trying to get my tickets right now while we're sitting here.
Mama Helena, you are off mute. How are you?
Good. I'm sorry, I'm on 270 in the DMV. Heavy traffic.
Going towards Frederick. Going towards Frederick. Well, be safe. Real quick, are you excited? Do you have your tickets?
Yes, I'm excited and going to get my tickets. Yes, haven't gotten them yet. We're going to get them.
Fantastic. Be safe going to headed towards Frederick, Maryland, I believe, down that way. Be safe.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see who we got here. Bate, how are you? Cell phone check-in.
Ago, Ejaksojo. I'm fine, thank you.
You thought you were hiding, Bate. Your name began with a B. You know you were next.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Will you be attending virtually, Bate, this year?
Yes, sadly I'll be attending virtually, but nevertheless, I'm very thrilled and excited about the amount of effort and work we have all put into organizing the conference. And it's so sad that I cannot be there, but I'll definitely attend virtually. So yes, I'm looking forward to purchasing my tickets, even for the festival. I know it's going to be an exciting moment where we are all going to connect and deeply understand the essence of what it means to do the work over. I mean, it's going to be a conference where we are going to express more of our actions than words, because we've been hearing all manner of speeches, but then I think this conference is actually going to show tangible proof of the work that people have done and how others can benefit from and learn from their own experiences. So I'm really, really thankful and excited that we are actually organizing the third annual conference also in honor of Baba Kamal, who has been the visionary and thought leader regarding Black power and Black liberation.
make sure you join us tomorrow, Bate. We have a special update on the family's trip to Burkina Faso. I'm pretty sure you watched some of the videos, and it was very. I reached out to you because I needed this translation. I felt the energy, but I need that translation. So I'm looking forward to having you on tomorrow. So Madasi, let me see who else is. Mama Dolores, how are you? Aquaba.
Hello. I'm doing well.
Blacktastic,
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm one of the sojourners, so I'm looking forward to that. Only wish I had signed up for the film festival.
So then we're going to keep you here in Ghana. What's the sense of going back?
It's not too late. The film festival has a
me.
virtual component as well, so it's not too late to sign up for the film festival.
Yeah,
oh, is it virtual?
Yeah,
Okay.
virtual as well as physical.
Okay,
Definitely
I will do
virtual.
that.
Put the link right there. Put the link so she can get it.
Nana told me to put the link right there. So
Okay.
I couldn't scroll fast.
Looking forward to seeing everybody.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to your video, your pictures from the journey. We're going to make a Blacktastic photo repository after everyone's done, so everybody can feel the energy.
I can see Mama Kala's hand is up.
Mama Kala, our brand new Kantanka owner.
My hand was not up. I think Edrica Joe earlier had said something, and I just raised my hand in response to that. But but I already had chimed in that I feel like all of the stuff that's going on is exciting things that we are about to a lot exciting things that are happening that we've been planning for some time now, and then a lot of it is even coming together as we speak. So it's just really exciting things for the next 3 weekends, both online and here on the ground in Ghana and in Burkina. So I'm just looking forward to all the Blacktastic, Black phenomenal work that we've been putting together, and how it's going to unfold when everybody's here together for these great things that are happening. So I don't know if there's anything else I can say beyond that, but yeah, I'm just looking forward to everything that we're doing. And I actually don't know if I'll be able to attend it physically for the film festival. So I'm trying to sign up to get my virtual tickets so that at least I don't miss it online for the 3 days. So I'm trying to click on that right now and get my
And again, these are films that many of them have never been seen before. These are going to be the worldwide premieres of these films. These are going to be, imagine like the first time whoever Spike Lee made a movie and you were like, yeah, I was there for the first movie. I was there, his first premiere. Like, this is the level, especially with the quality of production. But, everything is not just of high quality production. Everything is on point in terms of the theme. What Black Power is, demonstration over conversation. We have the president of ABPSI, Association of Black Psychologists, who's also going to be presenting at the virtual conference. Baba Wade Nobles, I believe,
she'll be at the physical conference. Remember, she'll be here.
Okay, she'll be at the physical conference. We have Baba Wade Nobles for the virtual conference. There's so many luminaries, so many speakers, too many to mention. If I start mentioning people, then I'll leave some people out. We have KOD, the head of diaspora affairs, as a keynote for the main conference. We have Obibifahodie Mensah, also on board from Ghana Tourism Development Company. We have Honorable Jifa Gomashi. I actually just spoke with her, what was that, yesterday, and she said she will be there if for any reason she can't be there, because I call her the hardest working woman in government. She says, oh, there are other hard workers. I said, well, they're trying to get to your level. But she said if for any reason she can't be there in person, she's definitely sending a representative from the Ministry of Tourism, Arts, and Creative Culture. We have Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We are actually just waiting for the endorsement letter from them. We were told that one is being prepared. Dre Taylor, the Beyond Investments, he's been on several times. My G, I was able to speak with him for like a good hour or so before I went to Burkina Faso. The head of GIPC, Kashawn and Siobhan Myers, Kwekwondo Sustainability Institute, Kevoy Burton, president of Ghana Caribbean Association, founder of Malcolm X Liberation Institute, one of the co-founders. You're actually scrolling through too fast for you to see who it all is, but we got a lot of people and everybody can see it with your own eyes before I end up going cross-eyed trying to read everything as it's still scrolling. But yes, Okunri Kofi Osei-Kusi, president and co-founder. I just got an award from Pan-African Liberation Institute as presented by Samia Nkrumah, the daughter of Nana Kwame Nkrumah. Calvin Daniels, the CEO of a 46-acre moringa farm, has also been on several times on Abibitumi. Nana Yawia Samwa Bwedi. I've been the keynote several times for the National Association of Traditionalists and Ancestral Venerators, NATAV. They actually flew me into Kumasi to be the keynote of the very first conference that they held. So just so many speakers, so many luminaries. Ayana Party has $100 billion city proposed for Ghana. Nana Kosia Seoyo of AAAG. I always want to mention AAAG because if I don't mention them, she's going to be like, how come you didn't mention me? And I'm going to have to tell her, I am mentioning you because I know last time you said I forgot to mention you. So I'm never doing that again. So definitely Nana Kosia Seoyo, president of AAAG. Okunri Maulana, that's Hamid Maulana, not the other Maulana from Kwanzaa. Dr. Hamid Maulana is the one who is responsible for us getting citizenship, making that connection to the executive secretary to President Muhammad back in 2016. And because of that, that's how Year of Return ended up happening. All these other countries started doing citizenship programs. All of it started from my tiny broom closet of an office at the Institute of African Studies. That little teeny tiny closet has now had ripple effects through the entire continent, where you got people going to Burkina Faso looking to get citizenship. You got people in Sierra Leone getting citizenship. You got people in Benin getting citizenship. You got Guinea-Bissau. Where else we got citizenship? We got citizenship all over, but all of it started from that teeny tiny broom closet, and it wouldn't have happened without Hamid Maulana inviting Executive Secretary to the President, Nikwesi Kwate, who ended up actually becoming Deputy Chair of the AU, where he came back and presented again at African Studies. So a lot of these initiatives have deep roots, and we're not the ones who are rushing out to grab every microphone. Some of us aren't even on cesspool media whatsoever, but we are about demonstration over conversation. So it seems a bit counterintuitive to have a conference where people are talking about what they're doing as opposed to talking about what they're talking about. But these are people who have been spending decades doing the work, and now we are highlighting all of these people who are doers, all of these people who are actually making things happen. And for those who don't know who these people are, you're about to find out. Some of them you may have heard of, some of you may have seen them on a video or two, an interview or two, but this is going to be the change in paradigm, where it's not a Black Power conference held at the Hilton, held at the Sheraton, where we give money to the crackers to talk about how we shouldn't give money to the crackers. This is about people being about what we say that we're about, what Black Power is, demonstration over conversation. So maybe at Jaco Joe, we have the Abibitumi Conference and Abibifahodie Festival promo down there. Can you play that real quick? Can you scroll down to that?
Let me, this one? No.
Yep, right there.
Can you hear my sound?
Not yet, but I'm sure I will.
Black family reigns supreme.
Now I can't hear it well. Can you share your sound again? Maybe stop the share and then restart it with the sound. Because that one got some bass. We got to hear it now.
While I do that, I want to hear. We have two more people in the meeting. I want to hear. We have Baba Kwao and Sister Nina. Feel free. I'm going to come back to the screen here. Start it over.
Ago.
I go.
Quiet warriors, black family reign supreme. We gon' win this war by any means necessary. Let's go. Life is war, family is an army. My black woman on my arms, they cannot disarm me. They can't harm me, I control my own destiny. Blacknificent, and my family is my legacy. My morals uncompromised, I stand with integrity. My name lives on forever, that's longevity.
True or voice. Imahu, the revered one. Her Usir, beside Usir. Ahau Shata, the quiet warrior.
We win the war, but we win the war. The win starts with self, gotta fight within. We build a generation full of righteous men. It starts with the youth, we build black boys. Protect black girls to thrive in this black world. Born to lead, never let nobody tell you different. And never let nobody underestimate the mission. We stand on business and we never needed politicians. We quiet warriors, we got our own coalition. Say what I mean what I say, never compromising. We must unite, cause they try to keep us all divided. We all aligned with our values, it keep us thriving. A lot of casualties of war, but we keep surviving. They can never stop us, we just persevere. We done been through the worst, but we still here. Quiet warriors, it ain't no deviation. It's time to win the war, let's go and lead the nation. The black man rise and we gon' keep rising. We gon' have it all with black women right beside us. We done took losses, but we win the war. But we win the war, but we win the war.
I go. We win the war, y'all. So I don't want to go too long because this is just a preview. We haven't even told you 50% of all the things that we have coming up. We've mentioned the film festival, the virtual conference. If you're interested in being a presenter for the virtual conference, you can go ahead and sign up at abibitumi.com on the homepage. You can download the apps, abibitumi.com, Abibinkra, which is a messenger app, live real-time messaging. I know some of the racist Pan-Africanists who are only on cracker apps. You know, we're taking away all y'all's excuses. Y'all anti-black racist, African-centered Pan-Africanists. Now you got to be on a black app. So come on, y'all. No more of, oh, well, we don't have it. We need to go and get it. No, it's already here. So download abibitumi.com app. Download Abibinkra messaging app. We cutting the reasons, the excuses, and all the things that all these racist Pan-Africanists got to say of why you can only find them on cracker social media, why you can on cesspool media, as it's supposed to be called, why you can only find them on cracker messaging platforms. We don't want to hear none of that. We're in a racism, and the worst racism on the planet Earth is African-centered Pan-Africanists against Black-owned stuff, right? Actually, my father used to have a cartoon. It said, "What's the longest boycott in history?" And it's Black people against Black businesses. So I always think about that when I see how stuff operates. But this isn't for me to get on my soapbox about that. This is about me getting on my soapbox to tell you about how Blacktastic, Blacknificent, Spectacular, Blackerific, Black powerful this experience is going to be over the next decade, for the decade of our repatriation. But starting off with the Abibitumi Abibifahodie Film Festival, along with creative director On Water, along with some of the biggest stars in Ghana. If you don't know who they are, it means that you've been on the wrong side of Hollywood and you need to come to the black side of the ocean. You're going to come to the virtual conference. It's going to be Black Power for the main conference, and the Abibifahodie Festival are all going to be live. So with no further ado, we have the dream team has assembled. Onwara, he went out foul trouble early. He fouled out early, but we were able to defeat the Cracker team with 4 players, like we were the Globetrotters or something. I don't even know how we did that. Dunking backwards through our legs upside down, head standing on the rim. So definitely check it out. So film schedule post win, very, very shortly. That's one of the things we are working on today. So you will get that in your hands in just a snap, but you'll see a comprehensive list of the selections that we made. Again, out of 700 films, we whittled it down to the best films on theme, on point, that we could justify. If somebody asks me, why is that film in there? All of us can say, this is why it's in there. And some people wanted films, they were like, all right, well then justify it. We just waited. You can't just out the door. So definitely keep an eye out for that. That is coming to the website. So I think we're gonna go ahead and close it out.
Actually, real quick, show a tentative film. We can show the tentative schedule now. We have that available. We can show it for the. It's a preview, right? So we can preview the schedule real quick. Let me get that up. My brother Qual. I'm assuming he wants to know what day to come on. So let me share my schedule real quick. So here's a lineup. Tentative schedule. You can see on the screen. Day 1. It's going to be a Blacktastic red, black, and green review. So these are the schedules. We're going to have the feature film screenings. Day 2 is going to be student films. And day 3 is going to be, some of our short film screenings. So yeah, like you said, if you go to the website now, Abibitumi Film Festival, filmfestival.abibifahodie.org, the film schedule is on the site. You can go there and download it right here. You can download the schedule. All right.
Fantastic. All right, y'all. So on that note, we hop right into it. We're going to hop right out with no doubt, because we got clout, because that's what we about. This is the Abibitumi Abibifahodie Film Festival. This is the Abibitumi Virtual Conference. This is the Abibitumi Conference and Abibifahodie Festival, happening November 28th through 30th. December 5th through 7th, and December 12th through 14th, respectively. All of those leading up to the announcement of Decade of Our Repatriation by the President of Ghana at the Diaspora Summit on December 19th. And then all of that heading into, we had a meeting just yesterday about a Black sighting series that's coming out of the College of Humanities at the University of Ghana. More on that later. We have a Global Ambassador series, some of the most well-known repatriates on the planet Earth, but we're not even talking about that yet. Like I said, you haven't even heard 50% of what we have lined up, but this is going to be our breakout decade for Black people throughout the world. This is going to be landmark. People are going to talk about this like the Roaring 20s, and I'm here for it. I'm front seat, front row, skin in the game, making it happen as we keep clapping, and you know how I'm slapping, and we keep trapping. No, my bad. Yeah. No, just gotta.
You keep your day job.
But my day job is linguistics. I'm trying to just transition into the. All right. So on that note, once again, we're gonna win.
We also look forward to tomorrow's discussion. We will be sharing some of our insights and experiences, and everything that we did, or most of it, maybe not everything, that we did in Burkina Faso when we were there. How long ago? A couple of weeks ago. It wasn't even that long ago, but it was so enriching. It was so full, and we want to, all of us who went, all of us Kanbans who were able to go, and then even some of us who are not Kanbans who came along on the trip with us, want to share some of how it was while we were there, with videos, with pictures, and all of those things as well. So please join us tomorrow, same time, for that.
And in the meantime, get your tickets. Get your tickets to everything.
In the meantime and in the nice time. All right, y'all. Keep it Black powerful. Keep it Blacknificent. Keep it Black standing. And
share. Don't be selfish. Share.
Don't be selfish, right? Stop the racism. Stop the anti-Black racism. We're going to put it into all of that. All right, y'all. Abibitumi, Abibifahodie.
Abibitumi, Abibifahodie.
Abibitumi, Abibifahodie.